Alright, Archero 2, after buying for 5 weeks inside the arena shop of both the swapping orb for 36,000 and then the one for 3,600, I finally got enough to go and swap a piece of S gear into the Oracle helmet and finally take my last piece of S grade up to chaotic. And in my opinion, out of all the Oracle set for having that chaotic gear, this is the last and final piece that really is going to make a difference. Big ones I always look at is going to be the Oracle spear, the Oracle rings, and then lastly here, the Oracle helmet. Now they all do play their little bit of a part, but for me, those seem to be kind of the 3 big ones that are really going to help you melt the enemies. If you've been following the channel since the game went global, you know I dumped a whole bunch of money into this trying to get these things, about $5,000, and then I said, you know what, I'm going to stop because I easily knew it was going to be another 2 or 3 grand that I would need to go and get this. I said, you know what, let me just weigh it out, play it out, and see where it takes me. But still, this is pretty awesome, but it's not like something once you go and get full chaotic, you're automatically going to be beating the final chapter and max out the game. There's still a lot of other things in here that I still need to work on to get myself to that point. And during the time that I was trying to get that last helmet, I was also going and pulling on the runes, and inside the guild shop or any of the events, I was buying those blessing runes in there, trying to unlock all 3 of my etch rune slots, which I've finally also done. Unfortunately, they're not ones that I'm actually slotting on it, so I'm kind of considering still going and grabbing those blessings, trying to get the revive one up a little bit, but I might just call it a wait on that. Really, at this point, I'm using all my shop tickets for both the guild shop and the arena shop for going and pulling shards. Gonna max out Helix first and then also Seraph, just because those are ones I'm choosing to do, and then I'll move over to Nyanja, and probably it'll take a while before I can get to Dracola there, but that's the game plan, leaving the Alex ones at the end. Clearly, no signs of roll on any of these, so unless I'm gonna pay for it, which I'm not really too concerned about, that's one just probably gonna be sitting at 0 stars. Another thing I've been doing is when the Abyssal Tide pops up and I go and I do those quick raids, I'm actually doing it like 3 or 4 more times until the price costs 450 gems, just to try to get some extra levels on that whole new character legacy screen. Sacred Hall, that's what it was called. Totally forgot there. But in the meantime of going and trying to get all these shards, I'm obviously going to have some gems and dumping a little bit into that. We do have the lifetime, so that pretty much eats up those. But everything else is going to be going into wishes and getting those artifacts up. Events now, going to be focused on artifacts, and any other way I can get them, that's what I'm really slacking on the most inside this game. I mean, my experience is still pretty low. I haven't been really grinding as much as I should, so there could be some talents in there that are going to help, but the main focus right now is going to be getting these characters and getting these artifacts up so I can at least compete with some of these higher ups. I'm usually always sitting in the top 10 in the arena, and I'm not really too concerned about getting that banner, so I don't wait till the last 10 minutes to get my attacks in. I just kind of do the attacks and call it a day. I probably could push a little bit further than this. I mean, the tower, we're sitting on floor 1200. I'm sitting on 19 tickets. I'm just collecting these things. I really, like I said, haven't been doing too much besides logging in and doing the dailies that I need to. And for the chapters, chapter 77 on normal, and then chapter 29 on the hard mode. Once again, pushed them a little bit when they came in. We did beat the nightmare mode. Not that that has anything to do with the actual gear or stuff that I'm wearing, but I am playing a little bit, but we're just kind of waiting for some new stuff to come out because everything just seems a little bit repetitive. So if you are one where you're chasing after that chaotic gear and you're looking for some big pow-wow effect, yeah, it is nice, it does help out, but it's not going to get you to that end game. And as you all probably seen in the other videos, I've switched over now to using the swords with having the beam strike, pairing that up with the Oracle and the tracking eye. It's pretty broken. Even more broken than the Oracle and the tracking eye to begin with, so that's a new meta you could try if you're looking to push yourself. So after all this, getting to this point, do I regret spending all that money to get here? No, I made it back in videos. I'm actually happy that I got this. Like I said, I'm still playing this somewhat. I'm not really pushing it that hard, but it's one thing that's kind of nice to check off the list that now I don't need to worry about that anymore. As far as all those extra chromatic keys I get, I've had some people tell me to go and hang on to them if they ever show that new weapon, or I probably should just go and start pumping into the Griffin set. Let me know what you guys think and what I should be doing. But if you want to know a little bit more about that beam strike and how well it works with those strike abilities, take a look at this video right here. Thanks for watching, and remember, I pick my butt.